On Tuesday, 10th of June 2025, myself and Bola Aziz, a fellow content creator, together with some other journalists from notable media houses, visited the construction site of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway to give a comprehensive documentary of the just commissioned 30-kilometer stretch of the coastal road by the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The trip to the coastal road was led by Reno Omokri, who out of his free will collaborated with the media to give a proper clarification on how the 30 kilometer was achieved to counter the spreading misinformation surrounding the Lagos-Calabar Highway project. Let's not forget, on the 29th of May 2025, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu commissioned the Phase 1 section of the project, in which 30 kilometers have been paved with concrete. In this video, the tour began from Ahmadu Bellow Way in Victoria Island, Lagos, to Lekki Free Trade Zone area. Approximately, we covered 55 kilometers, both paved and unpaved section. Let me take you back briefly. This project started March 2024. I made some video between March and April from Ahmadu Bellow Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Coming back to June 2025, the construction companies led by ITEC have made tremendous progress on this project. Began the tour from Ahmadu Bellow Way to Okun Ajah, which is the first 19.5 kilometer stretch out of the paved 30 kilometers.
Down here on the other side, some part of it well paved too, but some side abandoned. How do you explain that? Maybe that's why people are saying the 30 kilometers that we're even talking about is not being completed yet. What do you have to say, sir?
Well, I don't speak for the government. I'm here as a patriotic citizen. So what's happening is this. Now, we're going to go all the way to kilometer 19.5 at a stretch, continuous stretch. Now, as you can see, on some parts of the way, work is ongoing. And I believe that these are residential areas. So for those residential areas, they've got to break in some parts of the road, which is what I understand. But then this is the road that we're going. Maybe you can pan on it. We're going directly on this road, 19.5 kilometers continuous. It doesn't stop. However, because of the residences, you see that there are some residential areas, there's going to be some breakages so that for the people to pass. It doesn't mean that the road is not continuous. The road is continuous, 19.5 kilometers. Like I said, when we get to 19.5 kilometers, we're going to break up. Olutayo is going to go all the way to the Ogun State border to capture the over 10 kilometers from the Eleko end going back to Okun Ajah. Any other questions?
This is Jakande section. The unpaved part is purposely left due to ongoing construction of a pedestrian bridge across the road. The space between the two lanes is purposely preserved for the construction of railway track, which according to what I heard, will start from Jakande to Lekki Free Trade Zone area. As you're watching this video, please subscribe to this channel for more videos. After Jakande, there's another construction of a bridge going on at New Road. The bridge will serve as an interchange to the residents of this area. Thereafter, we continue the journey from New Road to back of Orchid Road. Honestly, driving on the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road is a good thing visual experience. The journey from Ahmadu Bellow Way is not just easy, but also very fast. Still on back of Orchid Road, you can see channel 15, which means we are at 15th kilometer of the paved section of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway that started from Ahmadu Bellow Way in Victoria Island. Shortly after, we arrived at kilometer 16 before proceeding to kilometer 19.5 at Okun Ajah. We saw kilometer 18 as we are approaching Okun Ajah. We stop at 19.5 kilometers paved section at Okun Ajah. Reno Omokri had a stopover with journalists to make some clarifications before proceeding to Eleko.
right now we are at Okun Ajah. Right now we are at Okun Ajah. So this gentleman and some journalists have volunteered. I think a journalist from Vanguard, journalist from Legit, and journalist from anyway her. So they're going to go with him. And where's the drone? Okay, that's the drone. So the drone is a special drone that captures distance. And as I said, all of that video, photographic, and documentary evidence will be given to everybody present here.
Out of the 30-kilometer paved, we have 19.5 kilometers from VI to Okun Ajah. The remaining part of the 30-kilometer continues from Ekwa-Akete, Eleko Junction towards Lekki Free Trade Zone area. This is to clarify that the paved and motorable 30-kilometer is not a continuous stretch. There are some parts that are still undergoing grading and sand filling in between. From Eleko to inward Ekwa-Akete, the drone captured about 7.5 kilometers paved with concrete. We arrived at kilometer 54, which is along Lekki Free Trade Zone area. This is kilometer 54 of the Lagos-Calabar Expressway. So counting all the way, like I said, counting all the way from Ahmadu Bellow Way. So altogether from the calculation, so far is kilometer 54 at Orimedo in Lekki Free Zone area. Though this is not Lekki Free Zone area, it's still ahead over there. I'm in Orimedo community. So after this place is Lekki Free Trade Zone. You can see the dual carriageway. The work is still ongoing, but you can see it both sides. This is kilometer 54. So paved and unpaved, we are on 54 kilometers of this Lagos-Calabar Expressway. So from Lekki Free Trade Zone corridor to Eleko down to Ekko, we have 10.5 kilometers, and from Okun Ajah back to Victoria Island, we have 19.5 kilometers paved. So altogether making 30 kilometers.
Which is 47.47 kilometers by 6 lanes highway, already has 30 kilometers completed. Nearly 20 kilometers from Victoria Island eastward towards Lekki corridor, and nearly 10 kilometers from Eleko heading westward, both ends actively advancing towards the one other. Mr. President, under contract, we committed to 36 months completion. But we are determined, God willing, to achieve completion in 20 months. From
Ahmadu Bellow Way in Victoria Island, Lagos, down to Lekki Free Trade Zone corridor, we have a total of 55 kilometers paved and unpaved. Out of these 55 kilometers, we have 30 kilometers ready and motorable. The paved 30 kilometers is not a continuous stretch due to ongoing construction of interchange, bridges, pedestrian bridges, and other factors. From what I can see, the progress of the construction of Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road is at a fast speed, while stoning, sand filling, and grading are ongoing. The project is gradually moving towards Ogun State border at Odiomi, which is the second phase of the project. This is where I will stop for now. Please click the subscribe button for more videos. You can also support our mission to give update report of this project. Details is in the description below.